right, we on, man. We about to rock it. All right, everybody, welcome back to Football Fan Talk on GLX Sports. I am Big G. Everyone introduce themselves.
Little G, Young G, as they call me.
They call me Raider Mike.
What's up? This is Big Shann, Shannon James to most of them. You know what I mean?
All right, we back for another week. Last week, everybody was kind of lackluster. We're never gonna have a losing week here because we know some football. You know what I mean? But everybody was 10-6 last week, so there's no solo champion, not a co-champion. I guess we got quad champions. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I don't know how we all do that.
We all 10-6. Red and Mike, you got a little 3-week little run at the top.
You gotta run, huh?
It's lonely at the top, Greg.
Cheers
All right.
to that.
So we're gonna get into our recap of last week. Everybody has a game they want to speak on. And we'll start off with Young G. Who you gonna speak about?
I'm going ahead and talk about these good old Bengals versus the Jags. Fun fact: it's the first game since this first game Trevor Lawrence lost was this last game. So, and what I mean by that is Trevor Lawrence only lost, I want to say, 2 times in college. One of those times was to Joe Burrow in the championship when LSU put a nice smacking on him. Now, in this game, the Jags came out swinging early. They got up, I want to say, 14-0 early in the first half. But Joey B and then Bengals came back firing, came back guns a-blazing, you know what I'm saying? A little unsung hero by the name of CJ Uzama, I believe. He's tight end.
Yep.
Had 5 receptions for 95 yards. And then Joe Burrow threw both of his touchdowns to him. Along with that, Tyler Boyd, 9 receptions, 118 yards. The defense, they looked trash in that first half. They looked like a high school freshman team. And in the second half, you know what I'm saying, they held the Jags to only 7 points. Trevor Lawrence, he looked good. He had I think he 17 of 24, 204 yards. Along with that, he had 36 rushing yards, and he had a rushing touchdown. Nobody threw a pick in this game. Honestly, it was more so the Bengals defense locking up in that second half, realizing that they can't take that L. It's the division that they in. They need to win in order to get to that playoff or even the play-in, I guess, as you would say, that 7th wild card spot. All around, the Jags look like they could put up a fight. Watching that game makes me believe the Jags are actually going to win a game or 2 this season. You know what I'm saying? Barring any major injuries. Yeah. I'll take away from that.
2-15.
The Jags look good. You know what I'm saying? The Bengals look like they still they definitely got some missing pieces. But that's it.
2-16.
I like that breakdown. Then we're gonna move over to Shan. Which game you gonna break down, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the Lions and the Bears. Lions, Tigers, and Bears, the Wizard of Oz show. Yeah, what an interesting turnaround, though. But I believe I said it last week. You got to mix it up. If something ain't working, you can't just keep going with it. And this time they definitely did. Goff couldn't seem to get it going. They was behind from the start and just couldn't catch up. Your boy, Justin Fields, I believe he threw for 209 yards, and then Montgomery, he ran for a total of 106 yards, 2 touchdowns, followed by Williams with 55 yards. Now, so total was 186 on rushing, and then I believe receiving was 209. And you go back to last week, their total yards receiving was 68, and the rushing yards were 46. Now, the difference was they changed up the game plan, and they got a hell of a defense, right? So, Khalil Mack was all over him, over Goff. Their secondary was doing their job. They didn't have nothing coming, and it was putting that pressure on. So when you got that balanced offense happening, you can make things happen. But when you just stick into something that you see ain't working, it's not going to work. So I believe the Bears just announced that Fields is taking them all the way through the season. So good for that young man. I'm glad he didn't fold. He's resilient. He did his thing in college and he held his head high with that loss last week. And he came back, had a fumble, but he recovered his own fumble. So, that's something to be said.
Y'all just gotta hope he don't do good this upcoming week.
Oh no, we can't have
That
that.
would be all right.
He'll be on his
Take my
back.
hat off, but man, whew.
All right, I'll go next. We're gonna leave the finale to Red or Mike. I'll try to be somewhat short and sweet, but there's so many wonderful things to talk about my team,
Oh, my
Cowboys
goodness.
versus the Panthers. This week, man. Hey, what can I say? I mean, there's some little negative, but we could get at that at the end. But man, what can you say? Dak, 4 touchdown passes to 4 different receivers. And the thing I liked about that, he only threw for 188 yards, and he still had 4 touchdowns. Dak is usually putting up 400 every week, so he was more
Like
efficient
Troy
this
Aikman in the
week.
90s.
And then you got Zeke, he ran for 143, had a tug. Then you had Pollard, he had 67. Then even Dak put up 35 more rushing yards. So we had a nice balanced attack. I love it when we run more than we pass. And then the thing that's so exciting for a Cowboy fan this year is we're packing the defense now. Our defense is very opportunistic. My man Diggs, bruh.
That man Diggs is nice,
That boy,
boy.
that's a
boy
playmaker.
nice.
Already 5 interceptions on the season. And for anybody, if you feel like it, go back and watch Hard Knocks from this past season, or this one that just passed, and check out the interaction with him and his son. That dude's son is like one of the cutest boys since Young G and Young Ma, you know what I'm saying? But he's a cute little kid, man, and it was funny because the kid was like, my favorite quarterback is Dak Prescott. And then when he met Dak, he was like, is your name Patrick Mahomes? I was like, so, funny. It's just like things lining up. Gregory had 2 sacks, you know what I mean? But I was upset at first to hear that they cut my man Jalen Smith, you know what I'm saying? But after looking at the tape, it was a lot of times when this dude was just out of place. He was running like a chicken with his head cut off in a lot of plays last year, when we gave up 2nd most rushing yards of all time to the Cincinnati Bengals, and
right.
He was like coming up in run support on pass plays, dropping back in pass coverage on run plays, and he was just out of position a lot, and he lost the step too. There's a YouTube video going around that shows him running, and it looked like he got a piano on his back, man. You know what I mean? So he lost a step. Then you got Vander Esch, you got, Micah Parsons, you know what I mean? Keanu Neal. Our linebacking core is just deep, bro. You know what I mean? That's not even Jabril Cox hasn't even really played that much, and we got him too. We just got so much. So in reality, and the thing that why they cut him, I mean, you got to think, cutting him would leave them with $7.2 million on the hook they had to pay. But if he got hurt at any time this year, he's guaranteed $9.2 million for next year.
Right.
So they're like,
they're rather cut their losses. Okay.
Yeah, they got too many.
That was about money.
Yeah, it's always boils down to money,
Yeah.
And Jerry run the show because Mike McCarthy made this man a team captain Sunday for the game against the Panthers. Jerry cut him Tuesday. So it's like the coach don't even know what's going on.
Wow.
And
because they all living in Jerry's world.
Exactly. Hopefully it don't bite us in the end. You know what I mean? That's my Cowboy spiel. I'm ready to roll. I think we're looking good. And Raider Mike, it's on you. Who you want to talk about, man?
Well, you know what I'm talking about, but they shouldn't have cut that, man. They could have, I don't know. It's all about money, though, but they could have, it's a new defensive system, I think, and I think that they didn't give them enough time. But, this is the NFL. They figure, Jerry Jones said, well, I can save me about $10 million. We're going to cut him off. Now, Jerry Jones. I'm sorry, we just got to cut you.
Gotta catch you.
But what we're going to talk about, the Raiders in a disappointing loss And what I'm gonna point out, and this is something that I said that we was gonna have to be sharp from the beginning to the end. And we started off with 5 straight 3 and outs with no scoring in the first half. The defense, I'm not going to blame it all on defense. I'm going to blame this on the offense because the defense is on the field way too much in the first half. And that will cause you to make some mistakes and not cover the tight end on 4th and 2. Well, that was later in the game, but it affects you during the game. And then putting Denzel Perryman on the running back, that was a mismatch. I think we should have called a timeout because they scored right before halftime. Because just think, if they didn't score before halftime, it's only 14-0. We came out with 14 unanswered points when they were winning 21-0. So that's a different ball game right there. The offensive lineman, I blame it on the center for the line calls, for the blitzes that the quarterback's getting hit, and for Derek Carr just eyeing one receiver, which was, what's his name, 3rd and Renfro. It's 3rd down, but still, you can't just eye him. They doubled him. They doubled Waller and said, beat us one-on-one. You got to find a one-on-one matchup and exploit them, or he could have threw the ball in the flats to Jacob when he got in trouble instead of curling up. He curled up like a curly fry. He curled up like fried shrimp. He was all curled up like fried shrimp before the dude hit him. So I was like, that ain't gonna work.
He's tap dancing like Gregory Hine back there, huh?
Right, but there was a lack of energy for the first half. I know they had a 55-minute delay, and I'm not blaming that. You play in the NFL, you got to stay ready and be ready at all times. Yep. So there's no excuses. We have to start fast against Chicago and end fast. Because
I'll tell you like
that, when we do that, we're fine. Our offense, I don't see any problem with the offense, except for we started to all of our 3 games that we have played before this game, we started slow and come back. We cannot always come from behind. We have to be in a lead. We need to get a lead on somebody and build from a lead and blow somebody the hell out instead of just barely beating them. And this team is much better than it was last year. The defense is much better, but I will credit the cornerbacks because neither one of those receivers got close to any, like what Keenan Allen had about 20-something yards receiving. I think Mike Williams, what do he have, about 10 yards? Them receivers didn't do nothing. It was the tight ends that killed us. The tight ends destroyed us this game. The quarterback, what can I say? I mean, Justin Herbert is a good quarterback.
And Eckler too, though.
And Eckler, I know that's what I'm saying. The running back ran for 100 and something yards, 117 yards or whatever it on 17 carries. That's not going to get it. Yeah. Quarterback only threw for 222 yards, but he was efficient.
Yeah.
But wait, I got to disagree a little bit because our offense line needs some help.
No, I'm not finished. But let me finish doing the analyzing, and you can listen.
Let me finish.
I watched the whole game. The offensive line needs to play better. They need to pick up the blitzes better. They need to run block better. We didn't get this cut all those 3 linemen just not to be able to run the football. We're not running football efficient. I don't care who's back there running. Josh Jacobs was not 100%. I just think that he was just out there just for the decoy. We don't need a decoy. We need you to be 100%. That offensive line has got to get it together. It's our offensive line. I'm sorry. They pass block better than they run block, but we need to get the ground game going every game. That was a perfect game to run. The Chargers been giving up one of the most yards rushing, or maybe it was the most yards rushing. Everybody been running on them. So I figured we should have been able to run. Our offensive line is not there yet. There's a young group, and they just have to gel. So all I'm saying is Derek Carr, he's been playing good. So you get a pass this week because it wasn't all his fault. That offensive line, they got to block better. We must play better in the first quarter. We have to start better in the first quarter and score. And if we do that, we have no problems with nobody we play for the rest of this year. We're not going to win every game, but we're definitely going to win more games than we lose.
Yeah, Shann, you want to chime in on that?
Yeah, man, because I feel that first half was on Gruden, bro. You know what I mean?
That's horrible play calling.
Yeah, because you're going to keep running and you're trying to shove it up the middle. If you and I know that our line isn't good, you know what? give that man a quick toss to the outside. Let's do something different than shoving it up the middle. And then second, like Carr only had 57 yards in the first half.
52. Yeah, 52.
Okay,
But that ain't enough.
but I'm
That
just
ain't
saying, you got to mix it up. That's what we seen was what we seen for Chicago in the first half. It's like, it's gonna work, trust me. And it's like, bro, it's not working. We had back-to-back 3 and outs. You
Five
can't
3 and
keep
outs.
doing that. And
No,
then
we
like
can't.
Derek Carr they was trying to see if he was gonna go over 375 yards this game. And it was like, no. I mean, and no team's gonna come back from a 21-0 deficit and win the game.
Yeah, I
was
can
no
dig
balance.
that, man. We don't want to turn this into the Raiders show. I understand. We going a little long on the Raiders, man, but y'all can get y'all chance later on to speak on the upcoming game. I mean, I think y'all got some redemption coming.
So real quick, can we just chime in on the Niners? Because I know you were saying that some of your cats was like, oh, this is a Raider fan, so we ain't gonna talk about the Niners. I'm just interested in what you guys think about the whole Jimmy and the Lance situation, because I think he's gonna get Alex Smith. You know what I mean? As far as Jimmy G,
I don't think so, because I don't think Trey Lance is ready yet.
Nah, I don't think so either. If they turn it over to Trey Lance right now, they're looking at maybe
6 wins.
4 more wins at the most, because you could look at the way he read defenses. He still got a little deer in the headlights look. And, I don't even count that throw he threw to Debo, man. He was wide
That was a
open.
busted play.
I'm like, come on, man. Like, it looks good in the stats, but he didn't read that defense. And then all of a sudden find him. He was sitting there by himself. Other than that,
made that throw.
he didn't have any plays that look impressive, man. I mean, he could run a little bit, but I'm like, shit, that's only gonna work so much for an NFL quarterback. He's not
Lamar.
He's not Lamar Jackson, you know what I mean? Right. He's not even Josh Allen. You can't run like that. So
this will be the
they better
test.
hope Jimmy get healthy.
I say he get the nod this week. We'll get his first full game. We'll see. We shall see.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
Yeah.
We're gonna see in our picks how we all like that.
Kyle's kind of got a little Harbaugh. He got a little Harbaugh in him where he's like kind of excited with the shiny new toy.
I see we got George Kennard in the comments.
Oh, yeah.
My longtime friend. He said they must run him. They must run who? Who are you talking about, man? You still speak, y'all. Continue.
And then you got Danielle's in the house.
Yeah. I see my cousin Danielle. She stopped by. Thanks for the love.
Yeah, man. All I'm saying is, look, I know Trey Lance may not look the part, but I'm gonna give the boy benefit of the doubt. He ain't never had a full game. We're gonna get after this first game, whether he looks good or bad, that's when I can make an actual decision, because he actually gets real NFL playing time and not just coming in for a play and sparing and all that. I want to see him. I want to see him from first quarter to fourth quarter. Whatever he does in between the first 15 and the last 15, you know what I'm saying? I'll make my basis off of that.
Man, he says Kyle Shanahan has an ego where he think he can out scheme anyone.
Kyle Shanahan is also the same mug that gave up 35 points to Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
No, he ain't giving up no scheme. Yeah, that Patriots game stuck to everybody.
He is not his daddy.
Nah, he ain't Mike. He ain't Mike.
He ain't close to
Mike. He ain't
Mike.
senior. He ain't senior.
He ain't the rat, huh?
Definitely had his little handle in that little game with the Packers, man. He was like, you think you're doing something, huh? Let me show you.
Let me show you.
Let me show you how the big boys play in the sandbox.
That's the first time Green Bay beat the 49ers in a while, because the 49ers been knuckle beating them for the last few times, though.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just the Packers. It was Aaron Rodgers and Adams.
Well, they've been getting knuckle beat with Rodgers, Adams, and whoever else. You got to think about that. The 49ers been manhandling them the last 2 to 3 times they played them, except for this time. And you got to admit that. I don't like the 49ers, but it's true.
Aaron got that revenge, retaliation, and get back.
Aaron Rodgers plays when he wants to.
But let's move on, man. Let's go. We got a game tomorrow. Let's get to it. Let's see. We got
That's right.
the LA Rams versus the Seahawks. We're gonna start getting these picks in, see who you guys like. I guess I'll lead it off, you know what I mean? And we can go from there. Like I said, Rams, they're visiting the Seahawks. And see, the Rams are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 meetings. That's impressive. You know what I mean? And also, the Seahawks are 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 following the ATS win. And eye test. I always do the eye test, but sometimes it doesn't work when you're dealing with Russell Wilson, man, because he's an X factor. He can make up for anything that the Seahawks lack, but I feel like the Rams are the better team. They're going into Seattle. The 12th man is not the same. It might be a little different because, you know, COVID, all that's over, and it's going to be rocking tomorrow night. You know what I mean? It's going to be a lot of people in there, but I just like the Rams. I like the defense. You know what I mean? I like the receiving core. You know what I mean? I love Deshaun Jackson on that team. I like the addition of Stafford. So I'm going with the Rams, man. You know what I mean? Shann, who you like in this game?
You know, Deshaun only know one speed.
Yeah. Hey, that's it.
One run deep.
Deep.
Man.
Going deep.
This is kind of tough for me because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a closet Russell Wilson fan, man. You know, because he's exciting to watch. You know, and you know, right now it's a 50-50 kind of matchup, and that's, you know, the deciding factor is gonna come down to the quarterbacks. But then, you know, Russell has a connection with Lockett. You know, and so I think it's gonna be a close game. But for me, I think the Seahawks are gonna pull it off.
Okay.
Not by much. Not by
Shanny
much.
like the Seahawks, huh? Oh,
Yeah.
Raider Mike, who you like?
Well, you know, I'm gonna have to go. Seattle is at home, and they have one of the best records at home. And the Rams just lost the game. I don't know if they lose 2 in a row though. But Seattle, I'm gonna, you know, this is gonna be a hard one to pick, but I'm gonna go with the Rams only because of the Rams have the better defense, and I'm gonna take the Rams. We just gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay.
They got the bully and they got the Debo. They got the miniature Debo in the middle that just run the yard. You know what I'm saying? We all know who that is.
Yeah,
So.
Young G. Who you like?
Come on, G. Don't leave me out there by myself. Come on, G.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, all I know is straight up, the Cardinals put a whipping on the Rams last week. I know Jalen Ramsey. You know he liked to talk. He's not going to want to go for another loss. You know what I'm saying? I think Matt Ryan and them. You know what I'm saying? They got that offense kind of. I mean, it's getting there, but I think the Rams going to edge out the Seahawks, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Seahawks, they have that kind of dynamic 1-2 punch with Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. But you got to think, Jalen Ramsey, since I want to say his second year in the league, he hasn't, whoever he guards, they don't ever go over 100 yards. And I'm assuming he's going to be shadowing, you know, DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. I mean, he's going to do what he do, but he can only do so much. So I'm going to have to go ahead. I'm going to take the Rams. I think the Rams are going to win by like 6. I got them winning 27-21. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be nothing crazy because, you know, the Seahawks.
On my own.
You know what I'm saying? The Seahawks, they do have that 12th man, but the Rams, they got that defense. Aaron Donald, besides, the Seahawks O-line still ain't all there. Aaron Donald, he might eat. I think Aaron Donald is going to eat.
Aaron Donald,
as much as Russell Wilson can escape, he going to swallow Russell Wilson. He going to look like a damn gummy bear back there.
That's the light-skinned Debo. That's the light-skinned Debo.
Yeah.
Look, when you got other people,
they gonna. Oh, Pete Carroll's gonna play to that. You know, he gonna know he's coming, and he's gonna have some more run plays to let Russell kind of move the ball a little bit, not out of desperation.
I'm not gonna blow it out.
Okay. Well, let's get on to the next game. We got the Booty Bowl. We got the Jets versus the Falcons. So, Young G, who you like in this one?
Oh, I'm taking the Jets all the way. Zach Wilson, baby, let's go. But no, for real, I think the Jets are gonna ride high off that overtime win. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna take that pride. Bob Saleh, he got that. Bob Saleh, they got a solid defense. You know what I'm saying? He was a solid defensive coordinator, and he brought that to the Jets. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they all the way there, but they're on the up and up. And again, I just don't trust the Falcons. I think Matt Ryan a little too old, but yeah, I got the Jets winning 14-10.
Solid got something going for him. I like his haircut. You dig?
Of course you do. Of course.
Raider Mike, who you like up in this piece?
Where they playing at? New York or they playing in Atlanta?
They're playing in Atlanta.
I'm not going against Atlanta because when they beat the Giants, they did what I said they was going to do. I'm going to take Matt Ryan because he's got more experience at the quarterback position, and they will run the ball better than the Jets. They will score more points. I'm taking Atlanta.
Man, Matt Ryan one hit away from being retired.
Yeah, but he's still better than Zach Wilson.
Who you like?
I'm learning to get ready.
I'm gonna have to go with the Falcons, man, because I think New York, it was kind of a little fluke because it was like the Titans, they kind of was like, yeah, we're going to play the Jets, whatever type stuff, right? And then at worst case scenario, they should have had a tie. I don't know what's up with the kicker
missed the damn
field goals and everything, but that seems to be the trend today. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna have to go with the Falcons, man.
Right. I agree. That's why I take the Falcons because, like I said,
because they forgot about strong side. That's why.
No, remember, all he do is come out there like what's his name, do is spin records.
All you do is spin records.
All you do is kick the ball. You did not take the kick. Take it to the uprights. You tied the game. That's the reason why they lost that game. I'm sorry, but we can go move on.
I keep shouting out my boy G. He out there in Texas watching this, man, right now.
So late.
He commenting on a lot of things, man. He said he like your commentary, Young G. But
I appreciate it.
We know where you get it from. But
that's all me. It's homegrown, baby.
Pops is going against you. I'm going against you on this one, though, man. So I'm with the Falcons too, man. I just don't, the Jets. I think last week they're like, damn, we could win a game. Is it possible we could do that? You know what I'm saying? And they got that win. They still don't know how to win yet. You know what I mean?
No.
And the Falcons, they're a desperate team. They're at home. I think they get the win. You know what I mean? I'll take Matt Ryan over the rookie this week.
Already smell that crown coming to me next week. That's crazy.
I'll still hold that crown.
I smell it. I smell it.
Even though G Money out there in Texas taking the Jets, I'm going with the Falcons.
All right. Be high if you're taking the Falcons.
We can't go with the New York Pets because
next up, we got the Dolphins versus the Bucks. I'll start it off, keep it short and sweet. I'm just saying Bucks. You know what I mean? I'll let you guys get in the commentary. Raider Mike, who you like?
Well, I got to go. It ain't even close. I'm going with the Bucks. Brady versus whoever's playing quarterback. Brissett. I take Brady, and then my cousin. I'm about to get off and let you get done, but I gotta get on them because they only talk about the Raiders when the Raiders lose, but when the Falcons lost, I didn't hear a damn cotton ball drop. I can hear a cotton ball drop. They were so damn quiet. Mandrill and my cousin Marcellus. I don't know how they end up being Miami Dolphin fans. Maybe they lost like the Dolphins on the helmet when it was kids or something. But they went in on my team. But anyway,
probably just like they saw Orlando Anderson wearing that jersey 13 when Pac was jumping him. Maybe they liked it because of that.
Maybe so, huh? But Bucks by 14.
Okay, Young G, who you like?
I got the Bucks winning 24-10. I got the Bucks winning 24-10. I ain't even gonna go into detail about it.
Okay, I'll take that. Shanny, who you like?
Man, I'm gonna take old Thomas on this one, man.
Thomas.
Yeah, I know.
Edward, Patrick, Brady.
I know Brissett feeling good and then the team feel good behind him and whatnot, but I mean, can't dispute 7 rings, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
he almost dropped the ball in New England. No, I'm just saying.
but they didn't though. I mean, but come on, that's fair. But like, you going against Belichick though, bro. You know what I mean? And he was still
Brady
cheating.
was going against the Brady was going against the fans. He wasn't going against Belichick.
Hey, look, they were still
him and
cheating.
Belichick.
Who was that ran out of bounds and tried to cause a fumble?
Slater. That was
Not
Slater.
do that. Come on,
That
man.
was Slater.
Come on, folks.
Look,
Still cheating.
we have cousin Danielle asking to break down the GLX acronym. She knows my initials, what the GL is for, and the X is for the experience, and then it's sports. And there you have it, the breakdown. You know what I mean? So next up, we have the Titans versus the Jags. Shanny, I'll give you this one first. Who you like?
Hold on. Let me look at my little cheat sheets here.
Need to look at your cheat
Wait.
sheet to get that
I'm
answer.
sorry. It's the Titans versus the Jags.
You don't need no cheat sheet.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sorry. Like I was worried about if y'all could hear my AC or not because these lights is beaming up in here. But I'm sorry. It's all about some redemption. It's all about some redemption. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't happy about that loss to the Jets, man. You know, I wasn't happy about that, right? Let alone if they would have had a tie. Like, come on, man. They're about to stomp the hell out of the Jags. You know, your boy Trevor, long hair and all, he's lucky.
Sunshine.
He's lucky if he get a Head and Shoulders shampoo commercial. So I'm going with the Titans.
There we go. Raider Mike, what's up?
They're about to do the Oakland stomp on. Put the Oakland stomp. They're gonna do that. You know the little snow. No, not the Oakland stomp. The 6-9 stomp. And if y'all don't know, little G, I don't think you know about the 6-9 stomp, but I know you do, Gregory, because your cousin Marvell brought the 6-9 stomp to the village. Remember? Yeah, I can't go against that. I can't go against that.
Okay, Young G.
Let's see. Last week, Derrick Henry rushed for 157. This week, he might rush for 257. I'm over exaggerating a little bit, but I think Derrick Henry gonna go over 100.
But he can.
Titans gonna win 17-7.
Yeah, they're gonna burn that man out in the next 2 years.
Just to keep it rolling, keep us moving with the time, I'm taking the Titans and I'm not giving an explanation.
All right.
We're all unanimous on that. Next up, we got the Eagles versus the Panthers. Shanny. Let
me see.
See you over there. What you over there pouring something, boy?
Hey.
Yeah, my throat's a little dry.
Need some water.
I think I'm gonna take the Panthers on this one, man. Like for some reason, the Eagles ain't been doing what they do, man. If they're not shooting themselves in the foot, they're coming up short, you know. So I think Carolina is they starting to find a rhythm. You know, we in week 5, so I'm gonna go with Carolina on this one, man.
Carolina, okay. Got the Panthers.
What are they
Young
playing?
G. Young G.
I don't believe in Jalen Hurts yet. I slightly believe in Sam Darnold a little more. I got the Panthers winning 31-24 just because I saw the Eagles put up points a few times this year. But yeah, Panthers.
Raider Mike. What's going down?
Where they playing at? Philly, or are they playing at the Link? Are they playing at the Link, or are they playing in Carolina? Carolina West. They're playing in Carolina West. I'm gonna go with Carolina. You know, I'm not 100% a believer in Darnold throwing to the wrong jersey. You know,
Mr. Icy Ghost.
But he's better than Jalen Hurts right now because I'm gonna take Carolina. Even though I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Carolina myself because man, I don't know what to think of what's it called, quarterback for the Eagles, man. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Jalen Hurts,
Yeah.
he's up and down.
Sometimes
For me,
all
I like my quarterback to have some charisma, man. He like to show me something. And he's just like too even kill. His whole, I like his skill set though. You know, as
he
far as
got the
like
skill set.
he can when he
you got the
drop
tools.
back and he drops that back foot and he throws, he's strong. And then also when he needs to get out the pocket, he can do it. But there's just too many times where he's just indecisive for me. So I just don't think he's ready yet. I'm hoping, you know who I'm hoping he's like, bro? Who he's kind of mirroring right now? A little bit like Donovan McNabb. Because McNabb early on with the Eagles, he kind of had that same thing with a little bit indecisive, but he picked it up. So I'm hoping he's more like that, even though he's in my division. I just like to see a little young brother succeed. So hopefully he could pick it up. But
as long as he don't pick up the Trace McNabb had, he be all right.
don't want to pick it up this week though. So I'm taking the Panthers.
He ain't no McNabb. Hey, he ain't no McNabb.
Taking the Panthers.
He's
Man,
no
you know,
McNabb.
maybe down the line. McNabb wasn't McNabb, you know what I mean, in the beginning.
No, but McNabb came out good. He wasn't bad when he came out though. He came out.
Revisit that.
But McNabb had a good coach though.
Yeah, he had Andy Reid.
Had Andy Reid, bro.
Right, that built him up.
Yeah.
So, you know, Jalen's got who?
Sirianni or whatever. Sirianni. But, I mean,
That's
you
what
know,
I'm saying.
Nick, what does Sirianni do? But
Reed gave McNabb that speech. Son, just play like you're in the parking lot and just throw it Cadillac over there.
No, but you know, the thing is, they waiting for Deshaun Watson anyway. I told you guys that.
Oh, let me mark that down. I think you could be right. Nice little factoid there.
We're talking about Texas, so they pulling off some major laws, so Deshaun might be stuck.
Nah, he ain't stuck. They waiting to deal.
I'm just saying on some hater stuff, bro.
All right, let's push it along, fellas. Let's push it along. Next up, we got the Broncos versus the Steelers. Raider Mike, who you like in this one?
Damn, this is hard to. Old pumpernickel face ain't playing too good.
You gotta hurry up.
Old pufferfish, he got to play better, man. If I'm gonna take. I mean, where they playing at Denver too?
No.
They're playing in they play.
It's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh haven't won in 2 weeks. If Bridgewater not playing, Pittsburgh defense get after the quarterback. I'm gonna take Pittsburgh.
Out?
Yeah, he got concussion unless he playing. I'm gonna take Pittsburgh on this. I don't care if I think he got a concussion. He may be playing, but
who?
Bridgewater, I think he's playing.
Nah, I think he's out, bro.
He's out.
They're starting. What's his name?
Drew
the
Lock.
backup.
Lock.
They're starting Lock.
Well, they gonna get unlocked, pop
Yeah.
locked. It's gonna be unlocked, pop locked, and an up lock. And I take.
Glad you guys let me know that, man.
Yeah.
I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Okay. Young G, who you like?
I haven't seen the Steelers play convincing football, so I'm taking the Broncos 14-7.
Ooh.
But you know, the Broncos ain't played nobody.
Hey, that's cool. The Steelers ain't nobody.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, they're gonna be somebody Sunday.
Guarantee you, Drew Lock can get him 14 points, and the defense will hold out enough because Big Ben is still Big Ben.
This is another one. Another one where father is going against son. Because
that's cool. Hey, look.
Bruh, I'm going with the Steelers because I'm like, Drew Lock, he's not going to Pittsburgh and winning. Pittsburgh, they've been struggling. The one thing you can always say about the Steelers, they're a good organization. You know what I mean? And Mike Tomlin, he's a coach. People always doubt him, you know what I mean? But he rallies his team, rallies his troops, and seems to come up in big spots. And it's not like they're playing a great team in the Broncos, you know what I mean? I can see if they're playing against freaking, the Chiefs or, up-and-coming team or the freaking Bucks or somebody, but, he playing the Broncos. They ain't played nobody. They had their first real test this week. The Ravens went there, gave them a nice little slap to the face. So I'm rolling with the Steelers, y'all.
They got a nice little.
Shanny Shan.
Yeah. Young G, man, I'm gonna have to Tina Marie you on this one. You're gonna be out on a limb by yourself, bro. Because I thought Teddy was playing. I didn't know he had a concussion and whatnot. So I was gonna make that part of the factor and whatnot. But Tomlin, he's a good coach. You know what I mean? Especially when he got all the components, and somehow he seems to pull something out of that team even when they hurt. And so. Without Teddy in there, man, I don't think it's going to be a landslide, but I know Pittsburgh's got something to prove. So you're going to be out on a limb, Tina G.
You know what? Tomlin is just a great leader. That's what Tomlin is. He's a great leader and motivator, and that's what I'm going to give him.
That boy G called Tomlin Omar Epps and shit.
He do look like Omar Epps. Remember, I've been telling you he look like Omar Epps. I've been saying that for years. I've been saying that for years, Young G, that he looked like. Remember, Greg, I told you that?
Yeah, I remember you said that shit. We all from Pear Village, man. We all think alike, bro.
Fair, from what?
We all look alike.
Omar Epps don't look like Omar Epps in Raising Canaan.
Oh, you sure fuck no. He looked like he's supposed to have a liver transplant or whatever the hell, like in Raising Canaan, man.
Yeah, and I don't think that's makeup either, bro.
Damn. All right, next up, y'all. We got the Packers versus the Bengals. Shanny Shan, who you like in this one?
Oh, man, your boy been doing this stuff easy, man. But the Bengals, that last game was something to see, man. Oh, but I think your boy's trying to figure out his contract and get the hell up out of there, man. So he's got to look good this last year, man. So I have to go with the Pack attack, man.
Go Pack.
I think Aaron's like, look, man, I know I'm kind of old, but I still got it. Look at Tom. He's paving the way, you know what I mean? And since he looked good in that little Monday night game, but I think they're just going to edge it out. It might be a little a field goal type game.
Sorry, I'm looking back, y'all. Just watching the Dodgers take St. Louis about the box.
Well, I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, it was tight for a minute. But the LA Dodgers pulled it out. Raider Mike, who you like in this game? You like Packers or you like the Bengals, bro?
The Bingo Bangos. No, I like Joe Burrow. I'm a Joe Burrow fan. I like Joe Burrow. I like Chase. The receiver. What's his name? Jamar Chase, and the weaponry they got. Joe Mixon, because he's from the town. Joe Mixon's from out in the Bay Area. So, but I gotta go with Jolly Rogers to win this game.
Jolly, huh?
Jolly Rogers in the Pack attack is gonna win. You got Devontae Adams. You got the X Factor.
You hook me up. Come on, girl. I'm on TV right now. I need libation. No, the white one in the fridge. Yes, we're gonna let G go last on this one. I'll go next since the Bengals seem like be his little hot team that he always be digging. But for this, I'm going with Aaron. I'm going with AA Ron. You know what I mean? The Bengals are up and coming. It seems like Aaron and the Packers they're hitting their stride right now. You know what I mean? Like at first in the beginning, the contract talks and trade talks had Rodgers kind of in flux where he just didn't necessarily, they didn't have a rhythm. But right now, him and Devontae, boy, they have their rhythm. And lo and behold, look, Randall Cobb, he got a rhythm with Rodgers again. You know what I mean? Like after 10 years, revisited type of little vibe. So I like the Packers. They're on the road in Cincinnati. I don't think this is going to be an easy game. I think this game is it's a 3-point game.
Goal. That's why I said a field goal, bro.
Yeah, it's going to be a 3-point game, but I'll take the Pack on this. You know what I mean?
Old Mason going to come out there and kick. Mason Crosby.
Yeah, exactly. Young G, are you going with
Darrell again?
Well, the Bengals are my dark horse, but I'm taking Aaron Rodgers, man. Straight up. I don't like Shan said, he's trying to look good for this little last year of his contract. He don't want to be in Green Bay no more. You know what I'm saying? Nobody looked like losing to, the Bengals of all teams. But I still think the Bengals are gonna put up points. You know what I'm saying? The Packers defense is not great. I think I got the Packers winning 24-17. You know what I'm saying? I think Joe Burrow's gonna put up numbers. Joe Burrow's gonna continue to grow, just like that team is gonna continue to grow. But I think the Packers are gonna get them.
So let
Speaking
me
of that,
ask.
it's so funny, G, that you be calling some of these scores. My man Tito, the 49er fan, he said, man, I think Lil G, he called 40 points for the Bills last week, and they hit
I
that.
did.
I was
I
like,
did.
oh, we
Yeah,
got
who did
people
they play
listening.
last week? Miami?
They played the Texans, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, the
right?
Texans. No wonder. Shit, that
Oh,
was.
no, I said 30. I said 30-10, and I said the only reason why they scored 10 is because the defense is gonna be bored.
So let me ask you, Young G, you say 24-17. Do you think that Rodgers is going to establish the dominance out the game? And then the Bengals is going to have to claw their way back? Like, how do you get that 24-17?
24-17. I think the Bengals, they're gonna score early, but Aaron Rodgers is gonna be like, all right, I'll let you guys have your fun. Let me show you how a real football player is.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
simmer
okay.
down, youngster.
Next up, we got the Pats versus the Texans.
We really got to pick that game. I mean, damn.
I'm like,
Damn.
I mean, I ain't saying the Patriots is not good.
okay, we'll let you go first on that. What you like on that?
We're gonna take the Patriots. We're gonna take the Patriots because Mac Jones is a much better quarterback than Mills Davis or whatever his name is. Davis was it Mills Davis or is it Davis Mills or Mills whatever the hell
Miles Davis.
Miles Davis.
Okay.
No, it's Mills.
Miles Davis.
Miles Davis.
Sammy Davis.
He ain't
Jr.
Miles Davis
He
and
no
his
damn
color
jazz
is
singer.
blue black.
That fool ain't Miles Davis. Is whatever.
I was messing with you, bro.
I think it's
Yeah, I know
Davis
you was when you
Mills.
said Miles Davis. I'm about to say shit. But anyway, like I said, I can't go against the Patriots on this. As much as I hate that old gremlin looking Bill Belichick, because he just had that same look on his face all the time. I mean, it's like he done ate a sour lemon or something. He just looked bitter every time you ask him question. The fool just looked like he got caught rigor mortis or something.
You saw when they asked him about playing Tom Brady. He was like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Years.
It's just another game. Here we go, Tom. It's just another game.
We've been playing Tom
I'm
for
like,
20 years. Like, bro, chill out.
Exactly, but Belichick, you see that little fake hug he gave him? He probably run a kick your ass.
know.
He gave that church hug, the little pity pat.
Yeah, he gave him that little go away. He gave you that get off the hug.
That's that hug where it's like, I know you asked me to be your boyfriend, but I'm kind of trying to.
Hey, Greg,
I don't really want to be seen with you.
He gave him that little push off hug. He like push off.
Yeah, Young G, what's up with that?
You know what I'm saying? I think Pat's gonna put a nice solid 21 points, and I'm gonna give the Texans 7. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I think
top 14.
I don't know if they don't score 7. They might get 3.
Shanny Shan.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring the broom out because I know you're going the same way. You know what I'm it's gonna be set in the corner. You know what I mean? Because Belichick is just like, Tom didn't beat me. I'm a coach. He's a quarterback. You know what I mean? So let me show you who I am. So he's gonna put a little something on him. So I gotta go with what you call him, sour puss.
No. I just call him the sour. Like he didn't ate about 12 a whole 12 pack of lemons or something.
That's an old school cartoon. Oh, you old sour puss.
He just to me, I just think Belichick is just too serious to me. I mean, loosen up a little. I wonder if he having sex. Do he even if he get an orgasm or something? Did that fool change the look on his face?
Bruh.
Damn.
That fool face change or
like the
anything?
same kind of player.
He got the same look on his face during that
play
too.
Football, bruh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna keep it short. Patch. Boom.
Pats. Pow.
Boom. All right.
Boom.
So next up, we got Lions versus Vikings. Now, for this game, I'll take it first. We got the Lions they're 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 at home, but they're 4-0 in their last 4 after allowing 350. I mean, not even read that too much. I don't like when the stats are too minute and they're like after 350, this, that, and other. It gets a little tedious with that. But the one thing I do like, they say something like the favorite is 6-1 in their last 7 games against the spread in this series. And the Vikings are the favorite. Vikings coming off a loss at home versus the Lions team. I think they kind of blew their wad a little bit in that Niners game. Last week, they had a dud. So I'm going with Kirk third cousins. So I'll take the Vikings in that one.
All right.
Red and Mike, who you like?
Well, I'm gonna have to second on that because I'm just not no believer in that rah-rah speech stuff that Dave Campbell, or Dan Campbell. Was it Dan Campbell?
Campbell Soup, huh?
Motor
Yeah,
City
well,
Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell with the rah-rah speeches and getting them think they can walk on water like Jesus, but knowing when they hit that water, they all gonna sink. So they all gonna sink when he say I'm walking on water, walk on water with me. We all gonna sink. I can't take them. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna take them. I'll take Kirk Cousins in the Vikings.
Okay. Shanny, who you like?
Well, 1-3 sounds better than 0-4, especially when you went up against the Bears, who got turned the hell out a week ago. You know what I'm saying? So to me, sometimes it comes down to X's and O's, and then you pop in the experienced players and whatnot. So it's a no-brainer. I'm going with the Vikings.
We're going with the Kings.
Oh, cousins.
Kings. Vikings. Young G. Who you like?
Right, I got the Vikings winning 24-14, and I think Dan Campbell is going to try and lead another late quarter comeback, and that's when they're going to finally score 14 in the last 2 quarters.
Damn.
That's garbage time, though.
Hey.
That's when the corners is playing 10 yards back.
And that's when Dan Campbell going to be like, come on, boys, we got this.
Defense.
We got this. Let's get it.
What's the final score you got for that, G?
24-14, Vikings.
Okay. Look at G come with scores on them, huh?
I don't get the broke out, Big G.
If you really want to be, the Vikings gonna win that game 28-17. There it is.
Okay.
If you really want to be technical.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to throw out a couple of scores, and this how we doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yep.
My research. You know what I mean?
That right, Reg? Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Next up, we got the Saints versus the Washington. Who?
You pick.
Yeah, Vikings.
Okay, so it's a sweet. Oh, my fault. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Writing it all
Next
down.
up, we got the Saints versus the Washington football team. Shan, who you liking this?
Oh, I think it's gonna be a little redemption, man. It's got to be, man. You know what I mean? I got NO on this, man. I'm like, come on, man. Let's go, man. You know what I mean? They got the tools, they got the components, they just got to execute, and they can't let it be a close game, man, because
quarterback got knocked out the game.
I think Winston's still going to go ahead and do his thing, man, because he's still trying to prove that he belongs on the team. He's a franchise player, man. He's got a lot to prove, man. So
he was playing a good game until he got knocked out the game.
Yeah.
Given Sunday, bruh. You know what I mean? But like I said, I got to go with the Saints. Their defense still looks good to me. You know, they just a little sometimes they're going to get their foot in, and we're in week 5. You know, we still got a ways to go. So I got the Saints on this. I can't throw out no numbers. I ain't got enough time to get all analytical with it, but
okay.
I got
the Saints. Young G, who you got?
Washington's playing at home. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take Washington. I think they're gonna edge out the Saints. I don't believe in, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe in Jameis yet. He hasn't shown me, we're in a good game. He hasn't given me like a really good game. The first game against the Packers, I don't really count because, you know what I'm saying, they had all that turmoil and whatnot. But if you look at it, I mean, their other win, I mean, it wasn't really, I don't know, it wasn't convincing enough for me as far as say Jameis is gonna be, you know what I'm saying, that quarterback that Sean Payton has been looking for. So yeah, I got Washington winning 17-14. And besides, I mean, the Saints are missing two of their starting offensive linemen. So
Okay. Nice little tidbit there.
yeah.
Raider Mike. You liking
But
this
I'm
one?
gonna have to disagree with that because they still got Alvin Kamara, and they got the Swiss Army knife to come in and do the read option. I'm still then the
good
Saints
old
have a
boy
good
Taysom.
defense. The Saints are gonna win this game because the Saints have better running back. They have better running game.
Okay.
They're
You
gonna
like,
win this game because the defense is gonna win this game. The
you like
Jameis
Taysom.
Winston, like I said, famous Jameis is just getting started. And I just think if he ain't on the injured list this week, I take the Saints. Now, if he on the injured list, I'm about to change the name. I'm about to change right now. Now, if he ain't on the injured list,
He's not on the injury list.
Man,
on the injured
look,
list, I'm gonna
I
take
guess
the
it's
Saints. I'm gonna take the Saints 24-21. I got the Saints.
421, huh?
That's it.
Well, like this on this one, it's gonna be like son, like father. And I think I'm gonna have to rock with Young Junior because I just like the football team. You know what I mean? I think the Saints, they haven't shown me enough, man. You know what I mean? Jameis, he hasn't played the way I thought he would. I thought he would catch on to Peyton's system a little sooner. It doesn't seem to be meshing how I think it should. You know what I mean? Like even you
He
take
looked
that
pretty
first
good that
game.
He was 17 or 18 or 23. I don't think that he played. I thought he was in a rhythm until he got knocked out of rhythm.
But that's the thing though, Sean Payton's offense isn't complex.
Well, they don't have
But
the receiver though. He point without Thomas. I mean,
yeah, well, take
but
that
the
into
tight end is
account.
cleaning up. But the
Take it
tight
into
end is
account.
cleaning up.
You know what I'm saying?
Taysom
Like
Hill.
all that to me, I didn't even know all that information. All I know is the Saints don't seem to have a rhythm yet. You know what I mean?
It's week
To the
5 though.
Redskins.
And so like we kind of getting a little deeper in, and that's why in week 4 we was
Well, the
all
Redskins haven't been consistent
because
either, though.
people started getting their little rhythm a little bit, and you know what I mean?
But you know
Well,
what? Heineke hasn't been playing bad, but
No,
the Redskins defense, I
it's
trust them
inconsistent.
a little
Over the
more. That
Saints.
unit. I
But they
trust that unit a
inconsistent,
little
though.
more.
So,
they've been
so what? Do
inconsistent.
you got a score for us?
Oh, well, I got to score. Let me see.
I think it's gonna be close.
It is in Washington, and 6 of their last 7 has gone under on grass. So I'm gonna say score is gonna be about a 17-20.
Now I will
17.
question this. Let me ask y'all this though, because me and Mike, when we done picked the same teams, like we done won over y'all when y'all picked the same teams. We should circle back and check that stat. You know
You
what I
got a
mean?
little strategy going on. What's up?
Hey, bruh, we got a nice large check on that. I'm glad you brought that up because next week I might have to scrunch a little pie in your face. In your face.
I'll still
In your
be
face.
I'm gonna still be the king on the hill. So,
Yes. Next up, we got a good one, y'all. This game right here, I really want to see. We got the Browns versus the Chargers. That's gonna be a good game. It's in
That's
LA.
gonna
You
be an interesting one.
know what I mean?
Another thunder delay or lightning delay?
Gee, who you liking that one?
You know, I got the Chargers winning it. But I don't think it's gonna be a blowout or anything like that. I feel like the only way the Browns win is if Myles Garrett has another one of those days, you know what I'm saying, where he just looked dominant. But I mean, I still think Myles Garrett gonna do what he do, but I think the Chargers gonna edge out the Browns 24-21.
Okay. Like the Chargers, huh?
Yeah, I just like Herbert, man. That offense, it's hard. That one's hard. It really, that one took me the longest to really make a pick because I like the Browns offensively and their defense is sound, but Herbert and them.
Liking that one.
Who? Me?
And that's slow.
Who'd you say?
We got a little delay.
Oh, there we go. We back on. Okay, Raider Mike, who you liking that one?
Well, I just think the team who has the best, Cleveland has the better running game. They got both the two-headed monsters. I mean, they got two running backs and go for 100 yards in the game. And the Chargers don't have the best run stopping defense to me. It's going to be it's going to be a low scoring game. If it's a low scoring game, it's going to favor Cleveland. Any low scoring game is going to favor the team that can run the ball the best. I'm going with Cleveland because of that. Them defense ends getting after them and a low scoring game. Not just because, I would pick the Chargers if I thought that they could stop the run 2 weeks in a row. They stopped our run game. We had a running back that he shouldn't have really been playing if he wasn't going to get 100. So I'll take Cleveland.
All righty.
I'm going to take Cleveland 17. Chargers score points, but I think this is going to be a low scoring game, though. I'll say 17. It'll be 20-17. I'm going to take Cleveland.
17?
And not just because it's an AFC West. I'm just going by what I see, how Cleveland has been beating teams with these, with that run attack.
Yes. For me, I'm with you on that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna follow that cab. I just think Browns, they're a solid team. They got a good running game. They got, Baker. I don't think their passing game isn't prolific, but they have prolific players. You know what I mean? Right. So that could always come into play. And they got Myles Garrett. That boy is going to wreak havoc. The Chargers are a good team, man. They're sneaky good. And you can just look at that game against the Raiders. They were just the more solid team. You know what I mean? Like the Raiders have they have solid pieces, but they have to mesh them together. The Chargers seem to know how to mesh theirs a little more, but I think the Browns are just better. So I'm going to take the Browns in that game. You know what I mean? And I'll take the Browns. It'll be 24-20. You know what I mean? So, Shanny, who you like?
I'm going to have to go against the grain, a little taste. And I think the Chargers is riding the high. To your point, the Raiders, we got good players, but we ain't got the meshable stuff just yet. But I think the Chargers is going to take that momentum and go with it. I think that Cleveland is kind of like, we got a little something, and we got an explosive weapon with your boy. Damn, a little too much water, y'all.
Eckler.
No, for Browns. Shit.
OBJ.
Yeah, OBJ. There you go. Yeah, so, but I think they might rely on that a little too much, but I think that Herbert's got a little more options when it comes to a little passing attack and whatnot. So I'm going to go with Chargers on that one.
Okay.
I'm with you, Young G.
No score?
All right.
You ain't got no score for us?
I think it's going to be close, you know what I mean? But, I think it's going to be decided in the fourth quarter.
Okay. Well, this next one, I'll go first because after I give you my pick, I'm going to take a tinkle break real quick because this here midnight is getting with me. So we got the Bears and the Raiders. I'm taking the Raiders. I think this is going to be an easy game. You're coming off a loss. You're coming against the Bears team, starting a rookie quarterback. You're at home after a loss. Something to prove. I don't think the Bears have a chance. So I'm going to take the Raiders. And then, Young G, you could go. And then y'all circumvent it until I get back. I'll be back.
All right.
Young G.
Well, me saying that every time we play the Bears since we've traded Khalil Mack, we've beat them. I'm just off of that. I mean, and then again, the Raiders, we just got low key. We got smacked. Got smacked by the Chargers. So I
Well,
think
no, we
with
started.
that,
They came out flat and they got flat.
yeah, so they got smacked. They tried to come back, but
Well,
I
they were
think
only down by
if
7 until he threw that pick.
yeah, and then you know what I'm saying, if Gruden comes out stagnant in that first half again, where he just because this is what I took. I mean, if he just tries to force feed the ball to Josh Jacobs like he did last week in the first half,
Oh, my
we're not
Gruden.
gonna win.
Sorry.
Yeah, but I feel like this week we're gonna go back to what got us those dubs. We may target Waller a little bit more than you know what I'm saying. I feel like we should anyways, but I think the Raiders is gonna win. I think the Raiders gonna take it 24-17. You know what I'm saying? Because we did kind of struggle with a somewhat of a mobile quarterback, and I saw that with Lamar Jackson. I'm not saying Justin Fields is Lamar Jackson by any means, but the boy can move a little bit, and he's a bigger body. He could take a hit or two. So he might be looking to sit in the pocket a little longer. And again, he's a rookie quarterback, so he's gonna be a little bit blind to the, what I'm saying, pressures and stuff like that. But like I said, I think the Raiders are gonna take this one, 24-17.
All right. Well,
Go ahead, Mike.
this is what I think. Like I said, Justin Fields is an up and coming quarterback. We're gonna win that game. We're gonna win that game 27-17. Or wait, let me go. Yeah, because I just feel that if he doesn't read that defense long enough, Max Crosby coming around the corner, and Yannick Yakwe, the dude coming around the other side.
See,
He's just been
Yannick,
this
Yannick
close.
was over there going
Yannick been
crazy.
this close. Yannick been this close to getting 3 sacks. Have you noticed that? He's been right there.
He's been trying to take people's heads off.
Right. So he getting there. So just think he's gonna get some timing because if this dude do not read that coverage fast enough and he coming on that right side, it's gonna be a problem. We're gonna have some fumbles. We're gonna get 2 turnovers this game against the Bears. Raiders gonna win this game 27-17. I don't even know if the Bears gonna score that many points because their running back is out for 3 to 5 weeks, Montgomery. I just think we have an all-around better team than the Chicago Bears, and we'll go out there and prove it. Mac, I mean, I hated that we traded my boy, but right now it just not even matter now. I mean, at first I did, but now they starting to make me a believer that what they did, it wasn't politically correct, but it is working out right now.
I'm gonna have to get A. Smith on you. How can Mac not matter?
Let me tell you why. Because
after last week,
look at all the pressure we getting on the quarterback with both of the ends and Nasbit. All 3 of these defensive ends is coming in wreaking havoc. You see Nasbit coming off that corner. You see Yannick coming off that corner. You see Crosby. Then you see Phelan, the defensive tackle Phelan.
I'm talking about from the defense point of view of Chicago. Mac matters.
That ain't gonna matter if they come 3 and out. If they offense does not score points, that defense is going to look like an average defense once they're tired. I'm going to tell you that right now.
All right. Well, I say like this. Of course, I'm going to take the Raiders, but I think that L that we had against the Chargers was what we needed.
We needed that. We needed that.
To your point, our offensive line is just kind of mediocre and average, and that's where Mac matters. He's going to make a difference, and he's going to make you like, hey, let me take this back to the board and figure this stuff out. Like Gruden,
last time we played him, he didn't do nothing.
Well, that was last time, but Gruden wanted to play smash mouth football with Jacob, and he was just coming back off an injury, and nothing happened. I mean, we in the first half, we had 40-something yards rushing, right? So they got to change up their game plan. So I think it's going to be more balanced, and that's what's going to give us more of an attack. You know what I mean? So to me,
we always stay balanced.
I see this game 28-14. Now I will put a score on this one. I see this as 28-14. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think that we're gonna try to establish our game in the first half and cancel this come from behind. Because y'all know when we was in college and we played Tecmo Bowl, except for Young G, run. After 20 points, the game was over. No, well, unless you play Tecmo Bowl, I'm just saying.
No, they do that in Madden now. They ain't do,
okay. I'm just saying.
Only thing I know about Tecmo Bowl is picking Bo Jackson. Don't pick nobody else.
We didn't have the flexibility back then, but it was like if you got 21 points, you was canceled. You know, you got
yeah.
you was canceled. So, you know, and that was the same for the Raiders. But I'm saying we needed this loss to kind of shake us up and figure out we need coaching as well as we need the players to be involved. You know what I mean? And we need to have a balanced offense. So I say 28-14, and Mac does matter. You know what I mean? Because I guarantee you they drawing up their offense, and that man is either getting double teamed, but they gonna know where he's at on the field at all times.
All time they are. Of course, he got to be accounted for.
All right, we're gonna move along.
See you out there on your own with the Bears?
Ain't nobody pick the Bears.
I think the Bears.
I'm just double checking.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm just
Ain't nobody picked the Bears.
I'm trying to write it down. That's why I asked.
Ain't nobody picked the Bears, Blah.
The Bears ain't got no woods to shit in. Next up, we got the 49ers versus the Cardinals. Young G, who you like?
The Cardinals.
Do you want?
Hey, look,
get the broom out for everybody.
That badass little kid. You know what I'm saying? He might win MVP this year. He might win MVP, and he got the little quiet straight backs going on. So you know he real bad. He don't even be on before the street lights come on. He gonna send the Niners home before the street lights come on. I'll tell you that. It's gonna be 21-7.
21-7.
The Cardinals.
That low? 21-7?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's just because the Cardinals, they can't drop 40 on everybody. But you know, Niners are gonna get a couple of stops. Trey Lance gonna look good for about half a quarter. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Trey Lance starting that game?
Yep.
Yeah, Jimmy G's out. Jimmy G's out this week.
Raider Mike, who you like in that game?
Well, it's hard to pick against Kyler. Where they playing in San Francisco, right?
Yeah, they playing.
Well,
No. My bad.
No, they playing in Arizona.
It's in
They
Arizona.
playing Arizona? Anyway, it's just gonna be a smoke. It's gonna be a smoke zona. I gotta take I'm taking Arizona for 30 points. I'm gonna say 31
30 points.
17. I'll take Arizona.
I like that one. I like that. Young Shan, who you like?
Man, you know, I've been rocking with that little happy-go-lucky motherfucker that's just having a good time.
The little Lucky Charms, huh?
He's about to do the schmiz. He's about to do the Oaktown schmiz on the Niners, you know what I mean? And I wouldn't be surprised if it was 28-0. If it's 28-7, it's because they picked up in garbage time, you know, because they haven't been getting Kittle involved like they should be. They start to go to him in the second half, but he needs to be part of the first half program, you know what I mean? And they still don't have a premier running back. They're trying to figure it out, like not Young G, but Kennard said. Kyle Shanahan thinks he could put whatever component in there and make it happen. It's like, nah, bro, you're not your daddy, man. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised the shutout, man.
He ain't stunting like his daddy.
28-7, bro.
28-7, huh?
Yeah, unless Murray is just feeling himself and he gets his Mac Dre juice on and starts fizzing, then it might be 40.
Oh, wait, yeah, real quick. Remember, Chandler Jones had 5 sacks in the first game of the season. He might have 5 this game, too. Shit.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Chandler Jones.
I can believe that. You know, my son likes to call Kyler Murray the bad little kid. Every time he says that, I just think of Wu-Tang, man. You know what I mean? He's the verbal assaulter. His style is running wild like a child in a walker. You know what I mean?
It's true. It's true. That little 5'9" kid, he do his work. He does work.
I think it's going to be 31-13. I just think it's not going to be much of a contest because the rookie, he's not going to be able to step up his game in his, against a division rival on the road against a superior team. The Niners are too banged up. The secondary is banged up. Their O-line is not blocking like they used to on a run. They run that zone run.
Yeah, zone read team.
They're not getting any yards. You know what I mean?
No. Because everybody on the team
it's just like they're not getting yards. And it's like they're not even using Kittle. it's like throw the ball to Debo or nothing. I'm like, man, where's Kittle at? You know what I mean? Like, throw the ball to him over the middle. I've seen him a few times open, and they're not throwing it to him. So I'm thinking that they're telling the quarterback who to throw the ball to. They're doing pre-reads. So he's not even taking his
This ain't college,
progressions
man.
and throwing to the open receiver. So
They got the numbers up on the sideline showing them.
yeah, exactly. They got them little cards like Oregon. Picture of a
cards.
picture of some hot sauce next to a picture of some ghost pepper. Something, it's just not working. So I'm gonna take the cards on this, man. I think this is an easy win for everybody. Sorry, Tito. But next up, we got the Giants versus the Cowboys.
Oh,
Why don't you start this one? Yeah, why don't you start this one?
Oh yeah, I'll take it last.
Yeah, take it last.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and take this last?
Take that last.
I'll take it last. So, Shan, who you liking this?
You said Giants versus the Cowboys. Let me think.
Okay.
Nah, man, I got 3 of the Cowboys on my fantasy team, man. I got Lamb, I got Zeke, and I got Dak. So that being said, who y'all think I got on this one?
You better take them Cowboys.
Yeah, no, they feeling they getting their rhythm, and I think we talked about in last 4 that it was gonna. I think we talked about in last week, week 4, that this was gonna be Zeke's come out stuff. And to Mike's point, Amari was doing his thing, being a complete receiver and whatnot, but he wasn't as explosive as we're used to him, and that's just play calling. But I think they got their rhythm, and I think you're about to see some magic against the Giants. And man, Cowboys all the way, bro. I can't even give you a score. You know what I mean? Because I haven't really dissected it, but like Cowboys is kind of like my under team to watch and whatnot. Because I know that's your favorite, and my daddy was from Texas, so
yes.
You know what I mean. I think they start to get their rhythm and they got a balanced offense. So Cowboys all the way. I would say 35 to maybe 17.
Okay, I like that. I like that one. Raider Mike, who you liking this one, brother man?
Well, I gotta go with the boys. Gotta go with the boys. Got all the toys. Got all the toys in the candy store to play with. Got all them toys in the candy store, Gregory. He got the weaponry. He got the CD rack of lamb over there. You got Amari. You got Amari taking the top off the defense Cooper. You got Amari taking the top off the defense Cooper. You got the Zeke, the Yaya man running the ball. Ellie.
Yeah.
He looked like a Yaya man, don't he? Got that big old.
Wow.
Nah, I got Dallas 38. There it is.
Well, you got 38 to what?
20.
38 to 20.
Give the Giants 20.
Okay.
That man had a 3
like
up.
All right, Young G.
Taking the Giants.
What? Let me write that real quick.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Write that down quick.
I'm just playing.
I say this is ink, boy. This is ink.
He was like, "Don't hurt me, Daddy. I'm going for the Giants."
Well, you see me covering up, like, wait, no.
Right?
Yes, PN.
No more wire hangers.
No, I got the Cowboys taking this one. I mean, the Giants. I think y'all gonna win y'all division, honestly. But no, I got y'all.
Win that division. They're gonna
I
win
got
that
y'all
division.
win. I got y'all winning 35. I got y'all winning 35 to 17.
Okay, I like
Yeah,
that
I
one
Win that
too.
division backslide.
We same. We twinsies on the score.
Yeah, y'all know who I'm taking. And as a Cowboys fan, I'm gonna tell y'all now that Daniel Jones will flash, Saquon Barkley will flash this game, but the Cowboys, right now, we're a superior team. We have, like my man Raider Mike said, we got the weaponry. So we're gonna win the game, but it's gonna be in the beginning. the Giants it's gonna look a little like back and forth, but the Cowboys will win out. I agree. I love that Young G caught that 35-17, but I'm calling 38-17. I think we're gonna just outscore them. You know what I mean? The Giants not gonna be able to hang. We'll get some interceptions. I think we'll get 2 interceptions. Gonna get at least 5 sacks on Daniel Jones. Although he will break off some runs because he can run the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he don't know how to run when he get out there though. Shit,
Yeah.
fall
Remember
down.
who caught his ass that one time? Remember? He was going for that
against the
touchdown.
Eagles. It was against the Eagles. You know, he caught himself. Remember against the Eagles?
Yeah, he tripped on himself.
He tripped.
Tripped on himself. The air tripped him. He
Yeah.
can run, but he just doesn't know how to keep his balance.
Exactly.
So quick question. You said 38-17, right?
38-17.
So is it, and because you said in the beginning the Giants is going to be feeling themselves, so you think that to keep themselves in the game, Dallas is going to be a little behind, kick a field goal, get their rhythm, and come back and just kill them in the second half?
Yeah, going into halftime, the score will be somewhat close. Second half is not. It's just they're gonna blow the doors open.
So
Dallas
say
Dallas
somewhat
is running
close,
that
it
ball
could be.
down.
When you say somewhat close, either the Giants could be leading or Dallas.
Yeah.
We don't know. Okay, I got
Either
you.
or, but I think it'll be the Cowboys leading. You know what I mean? But it could be the Giants leading. You know what I mean? It could
I
be
ain't
like
thinking-
at
the
halftime.
X's
I
and
can see-
O's, baby.
Yeah, it could be 13-10 or something at the half. But you know, at some point,
Where
Dallas
they
gonna blow it
playing
open.
Mm-hmm.
You
They're
know,
playing in New York.
nah, they're playing in Jerry World.
They're playing Jerry World. Nah,
Jerry's
ain't-
World.
come on, man. Let's stop even playing around.
Yeah,
We know-
man.
You know what's gonna happen in this game. I mean,
Man, this next game is gonna be interesting. Very interesting. We're gonna go to Arrowhead. We're gonna have them Bills going up in there. Buffalo versus the Chiefs. This is a good game. Young G, who you liking this?
Say who I like. Hold on. I got the Chiefs.
Ooh.
Flip it. I had to flip a coin. And
The rubber is meeting the road.
I'm gonna just throw a wild score out there, 45-35.
Whoa.
Boom. I don't know if it's gonna be like that, but yeah, that's 2 high-powered offenses, and
Yeah.
you know, so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Raider Mike, who you liking this one?
I got the Chiefs 35-28. I'm gonna take them. They at
Huh.
home. Old Andy the Dandy gonna pull out something on them. I got to take the Chiefs. You know I don't like Chiefs, but I'm gonna take the Chiefs. They at home.
Okay. I guess I'll go next. I'm bucking the trend. Man, I like the Bills in this game, man. The Chiefs, they just haven't shown me enough. You know what I mean? They're like, certain teams, you look at them and be like, man, they can't be beat at home, or they can't be scored on, or they're going to keep scoring, whatever.
You know they can be scored on, but I just.
And I'm just telling you, for me,
You gonna take the Bills?
I like how the Bills just, they look unstoppable at times.
Sure you want to do
Bills
that
just
big
been whooping
playboy?
on everybody. Shit.
Sure you want to do that big playboy?
Hey, man, I'm going to take them 31-28.
All right.
Hey, what do you say? What do you say, Mr. Society? You know you messed up, right?
Hey, man, I could. Young Shan, who you liking that one, boy?
You know what? I'm understanding what you're saying, but I think this is where Kelsey get more involved, bruh. You know, because right now it's been a Tyreek Hill show in terms of passing and everything, and everybody's keying in on him, right? Bill's gonna do the same thing. So I think I think what'd you say you predicted? A 3-point game? What was your score?
You said what was my prediction?
No, Big G, he froze up on us.
Oh, okay.
I
I think he said.
I said Bills 31-28.
31-28. I think it's gonna be more like Bills 28 and the Chiefs 42, bruh. Because
Say that one more time. Make sure I write it down.
Bills 28 and
Mm.
the Chiefs 42.
Ooh.
Because
Damn,
for
you giving
some
them a smack in the
because
face.
for some reason they're gonna it's gonna be a game and the Bills are gonna be up by a touchdown. But for some reason, Mahomes likes to come in the second half. Third quarter is not his favorite quarter, but that fourth quarter, he just be explosive, man.
I
And all the
know.
time, he just be
Man.
like,
Now to come and come right back.
Guess what, though? I forgot to tell y'all something.
uh,
The Bills have the #1 scoring defense in the NFL. That's why I chose it.
you know,
And it could mean nothing.
Yeah,
Could mean
it's gonna be
nothing at all.
I don't think they're gonna do it. They might have the #1
You
scoring
remember
defense.
you remember Lauryn Hill? Nothing really matters.
matters.
Don't
Nothing
matter until they
really
get on the
matters
field.
at all.
They gotta play the game.
But here's the other thing you guys got to think about too, though. Like Mahomes is on the line right now with this season. You know what I mean? Because they lost the Super Bowl, right? And they're not having a good start. And he can't be a fluke. You know what I mean?
Not a fluke.
He's got to dig deep in himself and be like, man, I'm a leader. Like you seen him on the sideline being at the team, like, hey, come on, let's get it in.
Yeah, but you know, I don't think this is going to happen to the Chiefs. But you know, what always happens, the team that loses the Super Bowl has the Super Bowl hangover, and they usually don't make the playoffs the next year. But I don't think that's going to happen to the Chiefs. But they might be suffering. They might be suffering a little bit of that Super Bowl hangover. You know,
I agree with that.
that happens to the loser.
But I think that's going to be the drive for Mahomes because I think he got a little something different in him. I really do.
You got to remember, they lost that Super Bowl bad, too.
Regardless, he's still the best quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's not even a debate.
But it's a question right now. It's a question of his leadership. Can he put the team on his back? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I can. I have. What are you talking about? Damn, I lost to Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Like it ain't like he lost to a high school football player. You know
he didn't lose to Nick Foles.
Yeah, he didn't lose to Andy Dalton.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but like I think he got a lot still, you know what I mean? So I just think, like I said.
We got one more on the slate. We got the Colts visiting the Ravens. This one, I'll take it first. And although the Colts are a desperate team, they're 4-1 in their last 5 as an underdog, and they're 7-point underdogs. You know what I mean? They're 12-2, or excuse me, they're 10-2 in their last 12 against the spread in the last 12 meetings between these teams. And they may beat the spread, but they ain't winning the game. The Ravens are going to win this game. I'm going to take the Ravens, and I believe the score is going to be, I'll say 24-20 Ravens. I like the Ravens. Young G, who you like?
You actually had a similar score to me. You know, I got the Ravens winning as well. I got the Ravens winning 27-24. I just don't believe in Carson Wentz. You know what I'm saying? He's always one hit away from being out for the rest of the season. And that Ravens defense, although they are depleted, they still got some heavy hitters on that drum. So, yeah, I think Lamar and them going to get the job done. 24-27, Ravens. Ravens flock.
Kenny Shann, who you like?
I mean, you know, let's. I'm gonna put the broom in the corner for you, Mike. You know what I mean? But the Ravens have always been a team that prides itself on defense. You know,
gotta have jokes, huh?
I'm not just gonna say like,
put some foil on. I'm gonna put some foil on the fire for you.
No, they've never been like, you know, we're just gonna leave it up to our offense and let Lamar shoot it out, run it out, whatever the fuck. Except when they had their team depleted from injuries, you know, but they should be okay. I think Lamar's going to be R. Kelly status. Go on and braid my hair. And just and do his thug thizy, bruh. Let me see. Points wise, I think it's going to be like maybe 35 to 35 to
Open your eye, boy. Open your eye.
35 to 28.
Ooh, high scoring.
That's high scoring for the Ravens, though. You know,
Yeah. So Raider Mike, close it out for us.
I got the Ravens winning that game 28. I'm gonna give them 28 points. I'm just gonna say I don't know if it's well, you know what? You said 35. Let's just go like this. Ravens 31-24. There we go.
31-24, huh?
Not far off.
Yeah.
No, I think they could. They might be able to do that because but usually they in the 20s. You know,
I think they're just gonna try to establish themselves early since it's week 5. You know what I mean, and try to shake off everybody's like, oh, we could get with them. They're gonna be like, nah, take a second look. You know what I mean? We're a different team now, even with
that's the last game.
stuff.
Yeah, that was the last one, bro.
But you know what we still got to talk about though?
Yeah, I know we still got to talk about 2 things, but after that, I got to feed. I ain't got to eat. I got to feed.
I'll take a little TV timeout, man.
Well, I might have to in a minute, but now what is next, G?
Next, what was we gonna talk about? Jalen Smith, or we want to talk about Urban? Which I want to get on first.
Jalen Smith
Urban.
and Gilmore.
Gilmore.
Stephon Gilmore, but
Yeah,
I forgot. I want to throw in Urban Meyer too.
And Urban Meyer.
Oh, you want to talk about good old Urban with the lap dance? I mean,
Yeah.
What happened with Urban? I don't even know what happened with Urban.
Players
Okay,
Club
recap.
Urban.
Why don't you, Mike, go ahead and take a break? And
Okay,
then
we could
see
what we want to talk about player. We could talk about
what's
Player
going
Club
on.
Urban. We're gonna talk about We're gonna talk about Players Club Urban.
Yeah,
When he was at
Urban.
the strip club.
After they
Urban was
lost last week, bro, that man went to a bar and he was out there drinking, you know what I mean, dancing with chicks and getting it in. And on the flip side, they showing his wife at home watching the grandkids, giving the grandkids baths and taking care of home, and that man was out there getting it in.
I don't know, I was just trying to blow off some steam because he keep losing, man. He probably, you know, what's crazy? He probably did the same thing at Ohio State. It's just that he in the NFL now.
You know what?
He for sure did it in Florida. He for sure did it in Florida.
He reminds me of? What was that coach from Louisville that went to the NFL, coached the Falcons for a hot second, and then he went back? Was it Petrino?
Yeah, Bobby Petrino.
Man. Urban Meyer is overwhelmed. The NFL is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Nick Saban, he found it out. You know what I mean? It wasn't for him. Chip Kelly, it wasn't for him. Urban Meyer is not for you. You know what I mean? These are the alpha males. These are the men of the men. You know what I mean? Like, all that trying to run around and boss around teenagers and young 20-year-olds, it doesn't work in the NFL, bro. You know what I mean? It's a whole.
But I see it like this. Right? You say all the people, every quarterback, I mean, every coach that you just named that didn't work out, give me a real successful quarterback that they've had coming to the league. Nick Saban, Urban Meyer, Chip Kelly. Give me a successful quarterback that they've had in the league.
They didn't.
Thing is,
but you think about that, like,
you can't pick one.
You know why though? Because like in college, they ain't making no money, and they like, Coach, I gotta listen to you so I could get to the NFL.
They are now.
They're making money now. They're making money now.
They're making money now.
Now, but the savings and all that you talking about, it wasn't a factor then. So now, now when you get into the NFL, you know, you got cats. It's like, man, I'm making way more than you, Coach. How you gonna tell me? And plus, cats is more sensitive nowadays. You know, like you can't. What was the UNLV coach? What was the dude that used to smack players? Bobby Knight.
No, Bobby Knight was not UNLV. That's Indiana.
I'm sorry.
Indiana.
But like, you know, that stuff was happening.
It's like UNLV, Jerry Tarkanian.
Hey, that nigga been drinking too much of that snuff.
Hello, Mike. But you know what I'm saying? But the point of it is though, bruh, is like it's just a different era though. You know, like, you know, you can't come at some young kid that's making millions of dollars more than you and tell him what to do. And he had that respect because they respect the money now. But on Urban's defense, his wife that they showed the tweet, she tweeted and said, yeah, I'm at home babysitting. He deserves a night out, with the grandkids. So like she was showing a united front, something that you don't see nowadays. But the twist in the media was like, hey, meanwhile, mama's at home with the babies. She wasn't at home with the babies. She was at home with the grandbabies. There's a difference.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And so
Yeah.
like, we got to make
Here's
sure
my thing.
that- Go ahead, man.
Oh, no, go ahead. You got to make sure what?
No, I'm just saying you got to make sure that you understand the twist of social media. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Well,
you
that's
got to
always
put it
gonna
in
be a-
context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
But
what I
they
mean?
always gotta do that. They gotta make him look bad because they just trying to say your team just got through losing a heartbreaking game, but you out at the Players Club, you got your hammer pants on and dancing out there and shit. But I don't see nothing wrong with it because I just feel like he's under a tremendous
See,
amount of
the
stress.
thing is
You
nothing wrong
understand?
with it if your wife ain't tripping off of it.
Ain't tripping,
Know what
and
I'm
she ain't
saying?
tripping off of it.
Everybody wants to put their values and what they think it looks
Right.
like onto the situation.
Right.
But if his wife is like, hey, I'm at
Straight
the
up.
house with the grandkids and he out doing whatever and she ain't tripping, that's what it really is.
That's
You know what I
what it is.
mean?
And here's the other factoid though. He was out, it was his brother's birthday. So that was already some pre-planned stuff. So if they win, would we be having this conversation? You know what I mean?
No,
And
they
then
wouldn't
even know
we would.
again, the social media aspect, the chick knew who he was. Who is
Yeah.
this? He keeps flirting with me. Come on, man. You trying to get up your likes, right or
Yeah.
wrong. It is what it is. But like he wasn't in there like, like right?
He wasn't like that, but he was like this.
But what's wrong with that? He was just dancing. But, hey, he had to dance
mean,
off that
like,
loss.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the thing though. Like, him and his wife to me has seemed to establish boundaries. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure he knew there was cameras clicking and he know his spotlight.
Yeah.
You
And even
know
if
what I
there's
mean?
even if boundaries not the word, understanding is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they have understanding. As long as that man can go home to his wife and be like, hey baby, I'm home. And she's like, hey, glad to see you. Rather than, hey baby, I'm home. Motherfucker, I saw you on social media with that. You know what I mean? Like, so there's a difference.
Right.
He's good at home, so I'm sure this social media shit, this is all a routine. Like the owner, what's his name, Khan, he came out like, oh, this wasn't a representation of our organization. All this shit is a dance. You know what I mean? They know what to say. Okay,
Yeah,
he got caught.
he don't
So what do
give a
you
shit
say?
about that.
Yeah, what do you say? What do you say? What do you say? Okay, everybody did it. Okay, now we're good. It's just kind of like when you're going through custody battle. They're like, you go to court. Okay, you go to mediation. You went to mediation. Okay, good. You go here, you go there. It's a routine. You know what I mean? It's all in pocket.
Right.
Now, after this, we're not going to hear no more. But maybe,
Exactly.
because I do think Urban is in over his head as far as this. I don't think he's an NFL coach, bruh. You know what I mean? He had heart issues and he was ready to quit college. You know what I mean? So I was surprised that he took an NFL job.
But you know what? I think he can do it though. I just think that it's going to take some time. Though. It's going to take him 2 or 3 years to do it. I think he can do it because he's going to make a good team out of that team. He has never. He will make that team good. It may take them 2 years, maybe 3, but they will be competitive in the next year or 2. So I think he can do it. But there ain't nothing more else to say about it. I mean, that's really it.
Honestly, though, it kind of drives home G's point, as far as it's like, the home.
We can go on talking about this all night.
But I'm just saying, like, where she was just like, he deserves a night out. He said he had a heart condition. She was going to quit college. She don't want her dude to stress out. He's supposed to be out there with his brother's birthday party and whatnot.
It was at his club. It was at his own restaurant or club. Shit.
Who? Urban's?
I thought, he went to his restaurant and then they must have went to the club, I guess.
Yeah, it was his brother's birthday party from what I read and understood.
Well, nothing wrong with that in the story. They leave that alone.
Exactly.
Exactly.
What was you going to say, Young G?
Oh no, I was just saying like as far as like Urban Meyer and him like his coaching,
I'll be back.
I was watching this like every week NFL comes out with like this whole you know how they mic up certain players? And they mic'd up Urban before one of the games and he was talking to one of his players. And one of his players was like hella hyped. He was like, yeah, we finna get this dub, da 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 da. And then Urban walked up to him hella calm and was like, you know, we're gonna get this placed in the right way one day. And I was just like, I would not want to play for him. Like if I was a player like that, like if you talk to me like that, you see me all hyped up, and then the player was like, "Oh, we finna change that today. We finna change that today." And Urban doubled down and was like, "Yeah, we're gonna get it like that one day. Make sure you rock with me." And he said in the most calm voice ever. I'm like, the fuck? Trade me now. Like I don't want to play for a coach who's not like. That's why I like. That's why I like the Dan Campbells and Pete Carrolls, the guys who like they're hyped
Sean
up. Like, they want
McVays.
you to believe. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They want you to believe in their team, no matter good, bad, or whatever. I don't want my coach to be like, I mean, you know you go into a historically bad franchise. You feel me? So why would you already go in there with kind of like a, oh yeah, we'll get it cracking one day? Like, nah, bro, we need to get that, build that mindset now that, you know, I'm here now and I'm here to win. Regardless of whether we go 0-17 or fucking 17-0. I want to know that my coach, no matter what, is gonna have that fire up under his ass. Because if I have it, I feel like I should be able to feed off my coach in the moments where I don't. You feel me?
Yeah.
Exactly. I feel you.
I
So
think that it's a mirage. I just feel like, to me, it's all about winning in the NFL. I don't give a damn about the
Yeah.
speeches. I don't give a damn about the Dan Campbell with all of this bullshit. You can talk all of that shit, but you better damn sure back that shit up and win. The NFL don't give a shit about all of that. The owner don't give a shit about that.
Right.
Only thing that owner want is that W, and we all know that.
But see
If you go 0-17, if you go 0-18, that owner gonna get you. You gonna be floating up out of there.
But it's just a different level. I mean, it's kind of like
That's how the NFL is. It ain't no wait. See, there ain't no
but like
wait.
to your point though, like
Except for the Raiders with Gruden. We the only dumbasses to wait long enough. You know what I'm saying? We the only ones to wait. But let's talk about something else.
I'm about to say, let's try to proceed it on a little bit because, you know, time constraints.
Time restraint.
Which one do y'all want to take out? We talked a little bit about Jalen Smith already. I don't know if y'all want to chime in on that or Stephon Gilmore.
We already talked.
I want to talk about Stephon. Let's talk about Stephon.
Gilmore.
Okay, let's talk about Stephon. G,
Okay.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think after Tom left, I don't think he really wanted to be in New England anymore. Like, you feel me? Like he already won Defensive Player of the Year, all that. But at the same time, it's like he knew that New England, like you think about it. For basically his entire career, from when he was with Buffalo, he was with Buffalo when they had Tyrod and they first started going to the playoffs. Stephon Gilmore, not only has he been the best defensive player on his team, he's also been, you know what I'm saying, used to winning. So with that being said, plus, you know what I'm saying, I guess he's getting a little older. He wants to get another ring, you know what I'm saying, regardless of whether it is.
Right,
granted, he got traded. Like if the Patriots would have straight up released him and he got to be able to choose where he wanted to go, I believe he would have went, if not to Tampa, he would have went to KC, you know what I'm saying, back to Buffalo because Buffalo looked good, something like that, a real contender. Because Stephon Gilmore, I mean, when healthy, he's one of the best corners in the league. He just don't talk. He's just gonna. He remind me of like a better Darrelle Revis in a way. He's not gonna say much. He gonna shut you up with his play. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like that's just that. And I feel like you gotta respect it. Granted, Panthers, they're not bad. They're not terrible. They got a solid defense, but I feel like had the Patriots released him, that boy would have went to a contender because he wants to win, and he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to, in a sense, waste the rest of his career. Granted, he's got a couple of Super Bowls, but no, I feel like Stephon Gilmore, he gonna show out because I don't think he has much longer on his contract. He gonna show off with his last little bit of his contract, give him one last payday, and go ring chasing.
Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting that they just released him. They didn't release him; they traded him. You know what I mean? Like, that they were going to release him, and then all of a sudden they worked out a trade. So apparently they were trying to work out a trade and it wasn't happening, and then they were going to release him. But they worked out a trade with the Panthers, which is like, I don't know why you would do that. You know what I mean? Because the Panthers are they're a contender, you know what I mean? And he's gonna help add to that situation.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of feel the same way. Like, the Patriots, they look at everybody's disposable. I mean, all the way to the top. Like, bruh, they got rid of Tom Brady. You know what I mean? They'll get rid of whoever in the system. They'll get rid of Randy Moss. They'll get rid of Gronkowski. They'll get rid of.
You think Eddie DeBarlo's working over there, huh?
You know what I mean? It's just like one of them things to where if they see that your cog is not fitting. And Stephon Gilmore, he wanted more money. You know what I mean? He wanted to be paid like a top corner. They didn't want to give him his money. They didn't want to pay him. And, the same old Patriots shit. You know what I mean? They just figure like, hey, bro, we'll move on. But what the Patriots are going to find out, which is what they're finding out already, is Tom Brady had a lot to do with their success.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody know that now. You can see it.
Well, it's the reason why that cat got 7 rings. It's not just because of the skill set. It's because his leadership skills.
His leadership.
Motivating.
Brady would be that person that go in between and smooth everything over.
Yeah, no. Absolutely.
So,
shit, do you think New England would have picked up Antonio Brown if Brady didn't
for a little longer?
You kind of spotty, G.
Yeah, you went. Yeah,
I know. I see that.
But do you think they would have picked up Antonio Brown if Brady didn't have anything to do with that? Belichick would have never picked up Antonio Brown. He would have never picked up Randy Moss. He would have never picked up Randy Moss either.
All them players, nah.
Stephon Gilmore was who won an MVP and deserved to get paid by the Patriots to be the top cornerback. And, they wasn't going to pay him. We knew they wasn't.
He won Defensive Player of the Year, and they weren't even trying to give him.
They wasn't going to pay him. We knew that. Belichick's just use the player for what he needs him for, and then after that, he spits him out.
Welcome to the
That's it.
But see,
that's what he does.
That's exactly why they traded him. Because
like he's some bad food. It's like he's some spoiled food, and he spit it out. That's what he do. He spit him out.
But that's exactly why they traded him, because they knew where he was going to be headed. You know what I mean? He was.
Well, they traded him. They traded him to where they wanted to trade him.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they didn't release him, because he was going to go to Tampa. I mean, like Antonio Brown, Gronk.
Right. That's why they traded him.
It's like, oh man, the gang's all here. It would be like Greece.
Okay.
It's all back together.
Nah, he was gonna go to he was going to Tampa if Belichick wasn't gonna let that happen.
That's what I'm saying.
Just like Marty Schottenheimer, God rest his soul, when Deion Sanders was gonna go play for the Raiders in that Super Bowl, and Marty said, "Oh no, we're gonna pick up Deion." Remember that? Remember that, Greg?
Yeah, I remember.
He screwed us real good on that one because Deion.
No, not on my watch.
Well, you better put his face in it now. He shouldn't have been out. Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. Fellas. Well, this was another great week of getting together on Football Fan Talk. You know what I mean? With Shanny Shan, Raider Mike, Young G, Big G. You know what I mean? It was a good show. And we look forward to more, and we'll try to make it a little more innovative in the future when we get there. But work with us. We're getting there. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, check out the picks, see who we like, take the information, do with it what you must. But it's another episode, and we'll be back with you next week. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and be back with us. Big G, out.